AI is all about data and the predictability.
All right.
Agentic is, on the other hand, is all about making actions.
Data, we all know, is the king. So, if I remove the data part in AI, so will AI perform without it as well?
Yes, AI will perform without data as well, but you have to train it then. Most of the people actually who are afraid to adopt the AI, they're actually working in high risk environment,
Okay.
like financials or any place where you think there can be disruptive changes.
If I implement, for instance, if I implement one AI agent for the customer support services, so one AI agent can actually pick 10 calls at a single time,
Absolutely, it can.
100 calls.
It can pick 100 calls as well. So it will reduce the queuing mechanism. Different AI agents, all the repetitive tasks where
Will be
queue
obsolete.
and wait is there will be obsolete.
Elon Musk, he said that AI will take away most of the human jobs. According to him, most jobs will be taken by the AI. So should the enterprise be more honest about it?
It's not about being honest actually. You have to take care of your resources. You have to take care of the humans who are actually working with you. AI will actually keep on evolving itself. And
Alright.
the control of the
Yeah.
magic stick will remain in the hands of humans.
Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of Vaival Podcast Lounge. I'm your host Shiraz Iqbal, and today I'm going to have a very charming personality with me, Shahzad Masud, who is working as the CTO in Vaival Technologies. Welcome Shahzad.
Thank you so much.
Starting off where we left in the last episode, we will talk about AI and agentic transformation. But before that, we are going to ask you about, a little bit about yourself, your professional journey. So first of all, that how are you and how's the things are going for you?
Things are going great. About my journey, I started off as an engineer, solved lots of problems,
Okay.
big part of both side of the chair,
Okay.
and now I'm actually doing the hard decisions right now.
On
the
a
hard
bigger
deci-
role.
On a bigger role. So my role is actually more majorly towards, making the decision at the technical side.
All right. So, you have been in different organizations, and there is a lot of experience behind that. I always, think about this when a person comes to a position like this on a decisional role. It takes a lot to, to come into that part. So, I would ask you that being the CTO, what is the most difficult corner or difficult part of CTO's job?
So it's a very different scenario. In this scenario, most of the time you have to make tough calls. You have to make your priorities aligned with the good versus the best. Sometimes you have to go with the best qualities, and sometimes you have to go with the best things, and have to avoid the good ones.
All right.
So all comes down to the technical decision making and the P&L, of course, profit and loss of the
Absolutely.
entire scenario. Sometimes you have to scarce the engineering resources on something that is very important, but sometimes you have to make very bold moves, bold decision makings, and all things like that. And AI is actually one of them.
Yeah, so we can say that we cannot pick a particular corner. It's a whole role is a difficult part where you need to perform the best at every level, right?
Most of the decisions are strategic decisions. Most of the decisions are based on certain calculations. Most of the decisions are based on how we can actually reduce repetitiveness with autonomy, actually.
Yeah. All right. So coming towards the thing you mentioned, AI. So I want to know your analysis on this, that how would you define AI? And the next thing, which is, very circulating these days, is the agentic AI transformation. So both things, in your opinion, what is AI and the agentic AI transformation?
So before answering this question, I would want to take you back to the data. Data is the king.
Absolutely.
So when you actually collect the data and you actually have certain data set available, you have good resources for your decision making. What AI is actually doing, in my definition, AI is actually helping you out with the predictability
Okay.
based on that data. based on all the things that you have experienced so far. You are starting developing an application, you know the entire data set, where the data actually is, how to build that application, how to do the things. So
Yeah.
AI is all about data and the predictability.
All right.
Agentic is, on the other hand, is all about making actions.
Hmm.
So if you know you need certain actions at a place, you can actually go for the agentic one. So with the help of AI and agentic, you can actually go for both portion or both the priorities.
Yeah.
You have the predictability available, you know what to do. So the AI will be actually giving you suggestion, predictions, and then you can actually act upon that.
One question is, you talked about data.
Yeah.
Data, we all know, is the king. So if I remove the data part in AI, so will AI perform without it as well?
Yes, AI will perform without data as well, but you have to train it then.
Okay.
With this help of data, it will be automatically trained with autonomy. But without the data, there are certain scenarios, there are certain use cases that are like not driven by the data. You have to train it for that.
All right. So data is the main
Ultimately,
necessity.
data is the king actually in
Yes.
the entire race.
All right. So being the CTO, you take technological decisions in the organization. And when we talk about AI, there is data, the autonomy part. So how do you decide that how much autonomy should be given to the AI agents in a specific scenario?
To tell you honestly, agentic or AI or any part of the world, actually, we have to train it well before we actually put it into the field. Actually,
Yeah.
so it's just like a gun where the operator needs to be there. But if you actually give it its own power, it will not be a really good example actually. So in this scenario, first of all, you have to split that in like 5 or 6 steps. You have to observe, you have to define, you have to shadow that one, and then you have to make the things accountable, uh, run them in a log environment or the test environment, and then you can actually go for that. So what do I mean by log environment? Log environment is more like a test environment.
Okay.
In all the in the decision making, if AI is shadowing me
Yeah.
on something, suggesting, predicting me in something, and AI is actually getting more than 90% accurate in most of the scenarios, then yes, we can actually rely on that agentic AI.
Okay, so first, the test environment is,
Yes.
is the
most
stage,
important, yes.
the most important part where you need to see the things and
Exactly.
realize that how much autonomy is given and how it's performing against it, right? All right, so we have seen last couple of years, people and organizations are talking about AI. Some of them implementing them very, very, efficiently. But when I see, there are different settings in an enterprise in an organization where tools are available, but people are still reluctant to use it. So I would ask you that what would be more harder thing to build the agentic AI, to build that technology, or to create trust in people so they can actually use it?
Okay, most of the people actually who are afraid to adopt the AI, they're actually working in high risk environment,
Okay.
like financials or any place where you think there can be disruptive changes.
Okay.
If I ask AI to actually buy shares like $1 billion share
Yeah.
and made mistake, that's a huge one, right?
Absolutely.
So first of all, AI adoption would be done in the low to medium risk areas where like it can be a CSR, it can be a calling agent, it can be any person who's actually doing the repetitive job.
Okay.
Then goes to the medium one, an e-commerce suggesting app or predictability app, how different people react to that, an employee onboarding, and there are many more examples of that. Then comes the high risk part.
Yeah.
So to your question about adaptability,
Yeah.
enterprises are mostly working in high risk one. So they are
Alright.
they are working in fintech, they are working in high stakes one. So what they're doing is they are actually creating different type of proof of concept that if they can actually work with those high risk actions or not.
Yeah, but I mean, there are some certain domains, I saw them, some people in those domains that they are now quite actively using the AI part. Like, if we talk about one industry, that is the BPO industry, the customer support is, going on the AI. The AI shift is very, very rapid in that domain. So, uh, how we can, convince people to actually use it? Is it about the practice? So they, first they need to practice it, and without practice they cannot do this. Is it something like this?
I would define that in one sentence actually. So if you actually, if the job is about run by the book,
Hmm.
that can be shifted to AI. If the
Okay.
job is not about run by the book and requires a dynamic decision making,
Hmm.
then you can't go with the AI.
All
But
right.
there are like more than 90% domains or jobs or actions available in there that are mostly run by the book. So if you talk about the CSRs, yes, they run by the book.
All
If you
right.
talk about e-commerce, they run by the book. If you talk
Hmm.
about supply chain,
Yeah.
they run by the book. By the book, what do we mean by the book? By the book means there are rules to actually start,
Absolutely.
engage, action, perform. So whenever you call an IVR or any place like that, you
Hmm.
call them or inquire them something, they will say, okay, this is by the book.
All right.
We have a domain or task relevant to this one, then yes, AI will help you out more than 100%.
So there should be a certain criteria on which
Yes.
they should be performing, right?
Yes. Yes,
All
that's right.
right. So, but the next question is about that. It's totally fine that people need to go on the AI in the future. But when we talk about bigger organizations, enterprises, even the mid-size as well, uh, how do they need to prepare themselves? While adopting, what kind of shifts they can expect while adopting the AI part?
The most critical part or the most critical thing in the entire scenario is the accountability.
Okay.
So people with the high stake or high role or high authority, they are actually, more concerned about the accountability of those particular AI or AI
Hmm.
agents.
All
So
right.
their adaptability is slightly questionable when the accountability is there.
Hmm.
So how they can adopt? They can actually adopt by the predictability of the AI.
All
They
right.
can adopt that AI suggests them this should be your action.
Hmm.
This should be your way forward. This should be the things. Rather than AI act in there, AI should suggest the guys before going for that. So
So,
there is a customer who's
yeah.
coming, onboarding, talking to you.
Hmm.
AI can suggest this is the history of the customer. This is how the customer react. These are the norms. These are the rules. Let's respect those rules and everything.
Yeah.
And once they are there, you can actually interact or communicate with a person in a lot more confident way.
Yes. So, I mean, accountability is very, very important, whether you talk about the human race or the AI race.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Accountability is the thing that, we need to focus
So
on.
for adaptability or accountability,
Yeah.
first, if you want to adopt AI in
Yeah.
there, or if you want to adopt agentic in there, you should be actually giving a read-only access to the AI agent, or
All
maybe the
right.
AI in a whole.
All right.
No decision making from the AI, but you have the button or control available with you. If you don't have that, trust me, there will be very, very different situations going on.
So you are saying that, it should be overlooked by a human.
Always,
Always.
it should always be overlooked by human, at least for the training period. So this goes back to your original question. This means your data, your decision making data is not available to AI. You have to train
Yeah.
the AI for your decision making or actions.
Mm.
Sooner or later, you have to train that. So once you train that, once you have done that, then AI agent will be trained enough to actually react on your actions,
All right.
which means AI will learn you, suggest you in a lot more better way, close to 100%, and then you will be the person who will actually push the button.
Push the button. Right, right. So, I mean, very, very interesting to hear that, but because, humans actually developed this thing.
Yeah.
So it should be overlooked by the humans.
Yes.
Not the entire thing can be thrown to the
Yes.
AI
Yes.
to perform it. So, mostly when you implement systems, the AI agentic transformation or, any other AI solution in the enterprise, what's the first thing, in your opinion, that AI will see and change in any enterprise grade environment or workflows?
I would not say it will actually change anything. It will actually shadow it.
Okay.
It will shadow all the actions of the persons.
Can you please define the shadow part?
And steps for that.
Yeah.
So I hire an intern. AI is just an intern for me.
Okay.
That intern will actually observe my actions. AI will take notes for that action. So intern will take observe it, take notes of that action, see what decision making is required, what data is required for that, and then react on that. React mean intern will come and ask you, this is what I think about this task or job. Do you approve it or not? So AI will
Alright.
start acting in the same way.
So
And
you-
once you actually authorize that, okay, you are making like 90% or 95% of the decision making, let's go with that.
All right. So more like, we can think that
Observe,
it's an
learn, train, and act.
I will quote you one example here. So Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, he said that the future is about the AI agents, and that will, companies will heavily rely on the AI agents, and they will be collaborating with each other. So, first question is, this multi-agent collaborative strategy, how does it look like in the real case scenario? And like you said just few moments ago, that it should be overlooked by a human, but in this scenario, the collaboration is been done by the AI agents. So how that human part will come into it?
So if, let me take you an example of opening a bank account. So when you when you go to a bank and you submit an application, there is a certain set of wait actually available there. You submit the application, there is a wait period, there is a wait period, and your application is approved.
Yes.
Then the next step, there is a certain queue and wait period.
Yes.
Then the next step, there is a certain queue and wait period. Then the next step.
True.
AI will actually eliminate all that.
Okay. All the
The
wait
queue
period.
and wait period will be eliminated. Other than that, the task will remain the same.
All right.
So this entire step means that when you are actually interacting with different AI agents, all the repetitive tasks where
be
queue
obsolete.
and wait is
Yeah.
there will be obsolete, but the task will actually change.
Okay.
Humans will not. Jobs will not be removed, but the jobs will be improvised on that.
Improvise. So
Jobs will
basically-
be more like doing a repetitive task, from doing a repetitive task to be controlling a prompt, actually
All
to be
right.
controlling a fleet of AI agents.
So behind the bars, so there will be agents who will be doing all these things, to remove that routine
All the
task and
queue,
doing.
wait, and
Yeah.
action steps, they will be doing that, but they'll be human actually controlling all of this.
All right. So we can think about this, that if I implement, for instance, if I implement one AI agent for the customer support services,
Yeah.
so one AI agent can actually pick 10 calls at a single time,
Absolutely, it can.
100 calls.
It can pick 100 calls as well. So it will reduce the queuing mechanism.
Yeah.
Like one agent can actually take the calls. This is a super frustrating use case actually for everyone,
So
for
much.
every service. You
Yes.
are 10th in the queue, you are 12th in the queue, and you
Yes.
actually hang up eventually.
But
if-
eventually, sometimes wait time goes up to 30 minutes.
yeah,
So
so
that's a long.
So in this scenario, what the queue and the wait time will be like close to zero. So the
Wow.
person will be there. The agent will be actually listening to you. It will
Yeah.
be responding to your query, and bingo, that's it. Use case is done.
Wow.
So that waiting and the frustration part will be over. Then, as human evolve with the time, so humans will actually find some better tasks for them.
I hope, because some of the questions regarding this will come later in this part. So okay, so talking about the services that you people are providing, we in Vaival, you are providing the agentic AI transformation services. So when you implement a new technology in any circumstances, in any environment, there is always a disruption part. So when you people provide these agentic AI services, so how you people ensure that there shouldn't be any disruption or minimal disruption while integrating this AI into the workflows?
So in engineering, this concept is called scalability, and in non-engineering or regular world, we call it shadow actually.
All right.
So in scalability mode, there'll be like 10 humans are working on the same task, but we'll introduce one simple agent to actually do the task.
Okay.
So there is a productivity mapping on that, people will start realizing. So there is absolutely no disruption in anything. It will be just like, replacing things one by one.
All
So,
right.
so in Vival, what we usually do is we don't replace or disrupt anything. We act, observe, perform,
Hmm.
analyze, make it a shadow. Once the decision making are there, then we actually push it to the production.
So I think that part comes into the usually legacy system modernizations, that you usually modernize the systems with AI, and there when you need to take care of this disruption thing the most, right? In that part.
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah. All right.
But in any new use case as well,
Yeah.
you're also doing the same thing in new use cases, because
Okay.
for agentic, this is like the modern tech for everyone.
Absolutely. So there's always scenarios, the newer ones and the modernization.
Yes.
All right. So then the next thing I'm going to ask you, that is very, very crucial point for every organization, that is the compliance and security part. And whether you implement the AI, whether you modernize the things, workflows with the AI or not, there's always a concern for the stakeholders regarding the security point of view. So do you think that this multi-agent orchestration really take care of the security part and the data protection part in the AI?
Actually, this it will be a lot more effective and faster. I would not say how much X time, but it will
Okay.
be more than 100x.
100x.
Yeah. So security, data compliance, data masking, encryption, and everything,
Yeah.
they're done by the autonomous routines actually. But
All
if
right.
an agent actually sense multi-layer of security is actually
Hmm.
required, and you need 6 level, 7 level hardware security module, whatever is required, agentic will actually sense that. And when it sense that, it will not sleep actually.
Okay.
So when it's not sleep, there will not be a person who is actually giving you approval tomorrow. It will actually start acting like today. So
All right.
it will be like 100 times more secure, 100 times more better, maybe 100 times more in almost all the scenarios where the repetition and actions are there,
All right.
because it will be just like around the clock person.
So the enterprises shouldn't worry about the
No.
compliance and security part, right?
No.
All right. So uh, the AI is taking over every single industry. Usually, the solutions are coming in a way faster mode right now. So, what do you think that which industries are most likely to transform very fast with the AI, and which industries are the most reluctant ones that will resist the most?
I would say that all the industries who run by the book, they will adopt very quickly.
All right.
All the industries who run by multi-stage workflows, they will adopt after this first run by the book industry. And the one who are actually dealing with the real fintech, they'll be
Alright.
actually transformed at the very last. Because with the real fintech, with the real money, with the real things, there will be lots of testing, lots of audit, lots of things will be actually there to actually proceed further on that. So I would say that by the book to be the one, then the workflow or multi-stage industry, queue and wait part, and third one, which would be the big bang, a fintech industry.
All right. So we could say that where the processes are, which the company
Well-defined.
is well defined. The organization with well defined roadmap and the workflows, will be the ones who will be adopting this part.
Yeah, business process optimization, business process organization,
Yeah.
BPOs will be the first one actually.
All right. So still, can I consider the statement that still there is a chance of mistake by AI?
Absolutely, absolutely. AI will make mistake. AI will actually leave traces for the mistakes. AI will actually, give you all the shivers and trembles.
Yeah, everyone
you
is
might have.
trying to save themselves
Absolutely.
from
So that's the
this.
reason that fintech industry will be actually the last one. Because if you make mistake in fintech industry, trust me, that will be catastrophic. But if you
Absolutely.
miss anything in the BPO, that will not be catastrophic. If you miss anyone's call, who is actually an IVR, it will
Yeah.
be less frustration, but that can be, you know, that can be tolerated. No
All
problem.
right. So I mean that the more the most word that I heard from your side is the financial part. So financial is the
A lot
most
of training
crucial.
actually required in there. A lot of training is required in there. Multi-stage approval is already there, but a final push from a human needs to be there in all the cases. The person is trying to commit the fraud. Just surface the person, surface the
Alright.
person, and put it to the guys. All the data, all the financial analysts, whatever they are doing, AI can do it a lot more better and faster. They can surface the guys. They can surface the guys. So here are the top level flagged guys. I'm holding on their payouts for some time, and how about you? Look at this one and then approve them. So this is an ideal use case for that.
Yeah. So still, let's make one scenario here. You implement the AI agentic part in, uh, any industry for an organization. And, if AI commits a mistake, who would be responsible behind that?
Obviously human. We honors, like we are AI agent honors. So we'll be responsible for that. AI agent will never be responsible for that.
All right. So in any scenario, if the mistakes commits by the AI, so human will be responsible.
Will be responsible. The person who actually designed and developed it, test it, he might have missed an edge case. He might have missed to train anything. He might have missed to train on that particular scenario which he's the AI is actually doing. So the human will be responsible. AI agent owner will be responsible.
So for instance, no one can throw mistakes on the AI or the
No,
systems.
no. They're just the followers actually.
Yeah.
So the leader, or the person who actually make them, do that. We humans are actually.
All right. So you talked about that the governance should be handled by the humans wherever the AI is implemented. So don't you think that there should be some governing laws to decide the autonomy of the AI agents, or these companies will self-regulate it? What do you think?
AI agents will be actually surfacing most of the things in a lot more quicker and faster way. So yes, there is a good requirement for all these governing laws, and they will be mostly dependent on these things.
All
So
right.
yes, there is a good need for that, but this governing laws need to be niche specific. So is it a run by the book industry? Is
Yeah.
it a fintech industry? Is it like a BPO industry? So these governance rules needs to be based on those niches or the domains actually.
So another thing, just quickly wrapped up in my mind, that we talked about the companies or organizations by the book who are running by the book. So if I implement an AI agent in some sort of conventional organization, so that would be, I think, a disaster for me. Just a question.
Most of the organizations actually run on rules.
Yeah.
So there are exceptions available, but most of the organizations run on rules. So if we implement an AI agent over there as well, where the rules are not being followed, the AI agent actually start learning on that too. It will start learning if X, Y, Z. So this is the combination. Then there's an exception for that. So it will start learning on that too.
So another thing that you talked about, the reliance is close to 100%, but not 100%. So for instance, if I apply the AI agents in the HR department, so can I trust in hiring or firing any employee by the AI agent?
I would go for AI agent to be surfacing, identifying, preparing script,
Yeah.
preparing the pros and cons, preparing how the person actually performed, preparing a complete file to actually trigger by the human.
All right.
So I would suggest that AI would be actually helping you out with all the material. AI will be helping you out with all the underperforming people,
All right.
where there could be a real human behavior in there. There could be something which cannot be measured. The person is like facing some stressful issues or stuff
Absolutely.
like that,
I mean, there could be a
which AI agent
scenario.
cannot figure out.
Absolutely. So, I mean, there could be a scenario where AI will definitely run by the books, and it will be more strict to his the data or the training model that we have given to him. So in that scenario, he could fire someone who is actually not well or doing the work not properly due to some his personal concerns. So that's where the human intervention comes in, right?
Yeah. So AI agent can fire AI agent.
Okay.
Because in that scenario,
That's interesting.
yeah. So AI in agentic AI, if you are actually using multiple agentic AI, they are trained for that. So that particular agentic AI agent is not performing up to the mark. In a certain scenario, it can actually fire it and bring in a newer version of the same AI agent.
All
So
right.
that is possible. But in case of humans, where like lots of other constraints are there which cannot be measured, so in
Yeah.
that scenario, yes, it will surface the entire file or entire collection of information to the person. Then the real person will actually judge that.
I have another question. Interesting question.
Please.
So you talked about that, AI agent can fire an other AI agent, right? I saw people, are common people are mostly trained with the thing that is, just to put things on others, to blame others, you know. And do you think when some AI agent will fire the other AI agent, so that specific AI agent will put the blame on the other one?
Not really. So all the data, all the facts are actually there.
Yeah.
So that means the facts are there. You're not performing well. You need to actually take action in 1 second, and you're not doing that.
Hmm.
Either that's a hardware issue or your model is actually taking a lot of time.
All
So I'll be
right.
upgrading the model.
So it all depends
So it all
what
depends.
data is coming from behind,
The
right?
KPIs of the AI agent will tell the entire story.
Wow. All right. So the most, I think, fascinating question nowadays: will AI create more jobs than it eliminates?
I think I disagree with this entire statement. I would say that there are no jobs actually available, but there are mostly tasks available. So people are actually doing different tasks.
Yeah.
So different roles, different levels, level 1, 2, 3, up to CTO level, they are actually
Yeah.
performing certain tasks. The task will be upgraded actually.
Okay.
The roles will remain the same, but the task will be upgraded. So let's talk about a software engineer. What software engineer doing right now? It actually come to his desk or her desk, actually start coding it.
Absolutely.
How that would be actually shifted towards the AI age? He'll come to the desk, write a prompt to an AI agent that I need this code, and that AI agent will actually do the code for you.
All right.
So it will be like from the typing, the actual code, understanding the syntax, fixing the syntax issues, fixing the
Yeah.
language issues, compiling, doing that, from that legacy thing to the modern thing. Write the prompt
Hmm.
and you'll have your code available.
All right. So another statement came from Elon Musk. He said that AI will take away most of the human jobs. And another statement says that AI is far more dangerous than the nukes. So, I mean, these two statements are very, very controversial statements. And even some, humans can even map it with the real time scenarios as well. So, I mean, if it is so that, according to him, most jobs will be taken by the AI. So, should the enterprise be more honest about it? And do you think that still the organizations are still not honest right now, in telling this thing?
I think there was one scientist in the history, Hopkins. He
Yeah.
also warned the human about the computers too.
Hmm.
He warned that computers can do many things and will eliminate many jobs. We have seen that. We have seen that in the past 20, 25 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
Computers did that.
Yeah.
Many paper-oriented jobs actually get transferred or transported towards the new things.
Mhm.
Now, you don't see many organizations following the paper trail, but they actually follow the computer trail. This exactly is happening right now. This is another shift to another paradigm. So from that paradigm, when people actually get themselves trained onto the computers, I know human will evolve. So they will actually train themselves to be the next shift of the AI.
All right.
But on the question of being honest, the organization need to be honest. Yes, that's very true. But it's not about being honest actually. You have to take care of your resources. You have to take care of the humans who are actually working with you.
Yeah.
So it's not about being honest, it's about being the path actually. You have to provide the path to your resources. Okay, here is an opportunity, here is a shift, here are the progression path. This is something which we have to do.
All right.
So it's all about winning a
So there is
bigger battle
always,
over.
the point, the revolution, of different eras comes and goes, but you need to evolve yourself.
You need to evolve yourself. Either you need to evolve yourself, or as an organization, you have to evolve your resources.
All
So you
right.
have to provide steady path, steady progress, steady evolution path to your resources, or you have to hire the extra resources who have those capabilities. But I would say that 90% of the enterprise actually, follow the first one. They actually provide training materials, path to evolve, and if people are not stand up to that, they will then retire.
So, you know, seeing from here in the next 5 years or maybe 10 years, you can say that you cannot eliminate AI in the next 10 years.
Oh no, AI will actually keep on evolving itself,
All
and
right.
the control of the
Yeah.
magic stick will be remain in the hands of humans.
All right. Still, I'm very, very skeptical about that one. That,
That
the stick will be in the
humans,
hands of
yeah,
humans.
humans will always be on the upper hand. The reason is that humans are actually, can do many things,
Yeah.
still can do many things with the prompt.
All right.
So if you know how the program will react, you can
Yeah.
actually modify the program.
I mean, just one more example that, in the initial days of AI, there were two systems in the Meta, the organization of Meta. So, they actually, left them to, interact. Two computers were interacting with each other. And eventually, overnight, they formed a new language. And eventually, when the, humans, came the next day in the morning, they saw that they couldn't understand a single word of that language. So even that's where I'm saying that still we can think that the stick will be in the human hands.
Yes, the stick will be in the hands of humans created another thing, which is the next big thing is MCP,
All right.
machine context protocol. So two machines can interact with each other with the MCP.
Hmm.
So once the machine learn the MCP, they will still need command or direction from humans.
All right. All right. So last question, and that is for you. So would you trust an AI agent to make some of the most valuable decision of your life? For instance, if we talk about any financial decision that you are keep getting suggestions from the AI regarding the financial. So, would you trust AI agent for that?
I would want my AI agent to shadow on all the my decisions. Shadow, not act.
All
Actually.
right.
So AI agent will be actually shadowing or suggesting all the decision making. And then once we have certain level of understanding or confidence, yes, definitely I would.
All right. And in the last, I always, ask people in my show that, what would you suggest regarding the AI technology part or any other suggestion for the people, watching this episode? Any suggestion?
I would suggest that always try to find and learn the new things.
Hmm.
Always be curious, always be hungry on new things. Always try to see how you can improve yourself. Always see that.
Yeah.
So that's a bad habit I developed over the years. I always see the code I done,
Hmm.
always see the decision I have made, always see where my contribution is more required. I will not go for the you know best things actually.
Yeah.
I go for the good things, and being the shorter path is always good for everyone.
And that's not the bad habit at all. All right. Thank you so much, Shahzad, for your time and joining us for this episode. All right. Thank you so much, viewers, for watching this episode. Keep following us on our social channels and do subscribe on our YouTube channel so you can get updated about every next episode. See you in the next round.